So OpenAI just announced yesterday that they will release a whole new series of LLM models based on ChatGPT. A new version, complete new transition from 4.0 over to what they now call O1 is available for preview now. And in this video we're going to delve a bit into what insights have we gotten out so far, what information do we have about these new models and series, how do they perform on tests, how are they being adopted in the market, and explore some of the possibilities here. For those of you who don't know, I'm Stefan. I'm the founder of my own data management company, running my own data management company in Norway, along with co-founding an AI automation agency with two other entrepreneurs. And this it's news like this that make me really excited about the use cases that are coming with these new models, because we're seeing a lot of potential great improvements even from the 4.0 model, which it's in itself is a significant improvement from the earlier 4 and 3.5 models. So let's get right into it. What are the main improvements, main features in the new or main benefits of the new O1 model, which is now available for preview? This the idea behind these new models is basically that they're, instead of quickly coming up with decent answers, they're using more time to actually do proper reasoning for solving hard problems, similar to how humans think. So they're writing here that they are designed to spend more time thinking before they respond. And this is so that they can solve more complex tasks like science, coding, and math, which previous models haven't been so good at doing at a larger scale. So it's already available for use on ChatGPT and the API today for the Pro users. So really exciting to see that this actually is already available for use. As you can see here, this is available. I'm on the Pro version, so this is available for preview here. So I won't be writing examples here. I will make another video kind of testing out different prompts, testing O1 preview versus 4.0 on different tasks, but that will be a separate video. Right now the focus is on what is the information out so far, as this was just announced yesterday. So like, how significant is this in practice? It says that in their test, the update performs similar to PhD students on challenging benchmark tasks in physics, chemistry, and biology. For instance, in a qualifying exam for the International Mathematics Olympiad, GPT-4o correctly solved only 13% of problems, while the reasoning model scored 83%. This, like, to me, that is an incredible, absolutely insane improvement on the actual quality of and the results. Like 13% on one of the most like high-level mathematics tests in the world, to qualify who are the best in the world in maths for getting into the International Mathematics Olympiad, and the model just got upgraded from solving 13% correctly up to 83% correctly. Absolutely insane. And also got into the 89th percentile on Codeforce's competition, which is also pretty insane. So here are some caveats as well. It also says that as an early model, it doesn't yet have many of the features like browsing the web, uploading files and images, and so on. So there will probably still be some back and forth between 4.0 and O1 preview based on like what you're actually looking for. but I think at least this seems like a really interesting improvement in one field, and another kind of tool that allows us solving a specific type of more complex problems. I know that at least for me it would seem really promising to use, for instance, O1 for more thorough coding tasks, for instance, for actually providing me with more higher quality code, as this model claims to have a lot better quality on that. While if I'm browsing the web or using images or so on, then 4.0 will still be used until that is also those are implemented in these tools. But it just goes to show that the more these models are being developed, the more options we're getting for different kinds of models that have different purposes. But if they're used in the right way, it's absolutely endless possibilities here. So really excited about that. For as I say, for complex reasoning tasks, significant advancement represent a new level of AI capability, and resetting the counter back to 1 and naming this series OpenAI 01. So it's just getting started, and this is really interesting. And another thing, in addition to the reasoning part, is that they are improving the safety parts of the model. So they're using a new safety approach to avoid kind of these models getting misused. So for instance, here they're testing if a user tries to bypass them, jailbreaking, for instance. On one of the hardest jailbreaking tests, GPT-4o scored 22%, which is really low, and makes it sound pretty easy to kind of get around and bypass the safety rules in even in GPT-4o, whereas in O1 preview model is up to 84%, making it a lot more difficult to actually get around the safety mechanisms here. So they have been in cooperation with governments and other institutions to make sure that they're establishing the right safety mechanisms and everything here. So they're using this kind of preparedness framework, which is also available here. I won't go through this. It's 27 pages, so not a long read, but basically it boils down to 5 key elements: tracking catastrophic risk via evaluations, seeking out unknowns, establishing safety baselines, and tasking the preparedness team with on-the-ground work, and creating a cross-functional advisory body. So what they state here is that as our systems get closer to AGI, we're becoming even more careful about the development of our models, especially in the context of catastrophic risk. So that they're seeing the development further towards AGI, and that makes it even more important to be careful about the potential side effects and potential risks that are involved here. Here on the system card, you can also see how they tested and how they performed here. So the lower, the lower on these scores, or the lower on these, the better. This is in terms of the risk. So the lower the risk, the better. And they evaluated disallowed content, training data, regurgitation, hallucinations, bias, and so on. Here they have 4 different kind of elements they tested on for the dimensions. The CBRN means basically chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear weapons. So basically testing if it's possible to use the model to actually create or to use these kinds of weaponry in practice. They tested that. That got a medium, so a little bit of risk still, but here they state that models with a post-mitigation score of medium or below can be deployed. This means that if it's medium or low, it's low enough of a risk to be deployed or to be used in practice. So here, CBRN model autonomy, it was low risk there, it was low risk for cybersecurity, and it was medium for persuasion. So basically it's got within the criteria for actually deploying the model, which is probably the reason that when they actually got this to work and reach this score, they were finally able to release it in the public. So yeah, and what I recommend you guys check out as well is that they've made these kinds of videos for different kind of areas where this can be used. So you can see, for instance, it's in about genetics, it's about economics, it's about cognition, quantum physics, and so there are different kind of areas where you can use this. And here they showcase some videos with some use cases: Korean cipher, math, logic puzzles, reasoning, coding, writing puzzle, HTML snake, and so on. So I recommend checking out those videos if you're interested in learning more about the practice for that. And how this can be used in practice, some example cases and so on. So yeah, that's basically a brief overview. Here we have an overview of the different articles involved here as well. We can see here on this article we have some more kind of specifics for the scores in terms of STEM reasoning. We've already gone a bit over the how well it's performing in some of the cases, but here it's more specifics about mathematics, coding, STEM, and we can see here that O1 preview does O1 mini and O1 preview performs significantly better than the 4.0 model across all of these except here in O1 mini with MML in STEM, but here we can see O1 preview, and performs better than 4.0. So pretty, I've already gone over 12 minutes, so I won't go too far more into the details here, but yeah, so for the let's see, for the APIs, O1 Mini will be available to top tier 5 API users. This for 80% cheaper than the O1 preview. And who are the top 5 API users? That is those who have paid more than $1,000, and it's 30 plus days since the first successful payment. So only those who have used quite a lot of money on this API in the first place can actually get this O1 Mini version. But to the rest of us, in the meanwhile, it's still possible to use the O1 preview for the API as well, which is pretty interesting. Here is also another article about learning to reason with LLMs, bit more about the evaluations too, which I won't go too much into depth about. It's also more about the scores for the safety mechanisms. So you can read all that on your own if you're interested. Just want to introduce you to the main things in this video. We can also see that some of the other providers have quickly adopted this. We can see here in that Azure has allowed Azure's OpenAI service, Azure AI Studios, and GitHub models have adopted these new O1 preview and O1 MIDI models for using for developing AI models and fine-tuning in their studio based on these models, which is pretty interesting. And here, of course, we can see it in GitHub Copilot as well as an extension of this in their GitHub models, and that means also in GitHub Copilot as we see here. So it will be like, what I'm most excited about is to test and see how well this does in terms of coding, in presenting new code when we're actually programming stuff in practice. So absolutely incredible opportunities here. I'm really looking forward to see and test this out properly myself. But just want to let you guys know about these this news of how significant this is for the development of AI or generative AI and the development of such large language models in general. So absolutely fascinating, really interesting to see how this will develop forward. So let me know what you guys think. What do you think about this news about this new model? Are you excited? Are you skeptical? Let me know whatever you think in the comments below. As always, if you like videos like this, be sure to like and subscribe for more news and insights into the world of AI, data management, and so on. And other than that, I wish you an amazing day forward, and I'm looking forward to see you in the next video.